Welcome to this live stream. I'm gonna give myself some water. Yeah, welcome, welcome. Remember, love is the goal. Life is the journey. Osho. Just getting some of this rosin here. We hop in here. Gratitude to sacred aloneness, sacred presence, sacred love, and feminine energy. Divine feminine allies. Hashkasiyan. So, see. Picasso strikes. Welcome, friends. Hey, welcome, friends. Magic. I feel like I need more rosin or rosin. I always pronounce it that way for some reason. It's ingrained. What's good? What's good? Yeah, I found myself yesterday. It's funny. It was 2 days ago, actually. I just, at a whim, was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go into the forest and kind of just do some sort of, well, off-key, sort of meditative, harmonic improv, and it beautifully was received. You know, I found actually I was kind of it was kind of like a throwaway stream. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this to kind of just pop on a stream, send YouTube some love, and I don't know, just kind of pop on, pop off, because I was kind of having a difficult day. But yeah, I just went in the forest. I was kind of doing that for my own introspection. And as it was funny. Actually, low key was kind of like, I hope this stream doesn't necessarily like, blow up to a larger crowd, because I was just kind of like, you know, in a space where I wanted to be introspective and experimental with my harmonics. But beautifully enough, it was received quite well. You know, it's like I hit an all-time high with my viewership. It was like an hour, just over an hour, I got 5.3K views, which is astounding. You know, I feel very grateful to be received in that way. I thank you, Nancy. Thank you, thank you. Very nice. What? Bruv. I don't know what to tell you, T Palmer. I'd say no self promotion. Or like Al. Oh, I see. You are not self promoting. You're recommending Al. Or saying, yeah, like Al Dementia. Interesting. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I'm right now trying to just get enough rosin so this Picasso bow strikes are not too sharp. Donate me like 5 guitars. Bro, I only have 2 guitars. And honestly, in all truth, 2 guitars, if you know how to play those guitars well, that's all you really need. Unpopular opinion. Yeah, it's crazy. I had this gifted to me actually the other day. This beautiful orb. I did some crazy sort of photography type stuff to try to capture this unique capture of the way the orb captures the glow of this treble clef lamp, but it's pretty satisfied with how that came out. I'm sitting here doing well at the end. Nice. Yo, thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm just getting warmed up, truthfully. I'm just kind of warming up my flow. I've yet to truly, yeah. I just kind of woke up and was like, yeah, let's just slip into some flow. I'm trying to learn to play Mr. or my deceased brother's banjo. Huh. Interesting. Honestly, not a clue, brother. With that, we're going to resume this. Let's go sets. There we go. This is the trickiest part I find of doing this setup. I gotta just balance this. Feels like it's still not applied correctly. That sucks. So I need to buy actually a new rosin to get that there. From Russia with love. Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. What makes the first fret at 7 your sweet spot? I mean, I wouldn't say it's my sweet spot, actually. It's just the key of B. I'm just really just using the key of B and just utilizing the harmonics in there. But in essence, it's actually kind of a challenge, I'll be honest. The key of B, it kind of cuts my regular, I'd say, fretboard navigation in half. So it's actually more so I'm just challenging myself, being up in the key of B. I'm trying to use creative ways of being in the key of B, which is not, the orthodox key. I mean, in low key, half of what I do on these performances is kind of actually just to challenge myself. I mean, it comes across when I really warm up this flow, it actually all cohesively flows. Because I really believe in the way that music is supposed to be more like a multi-dimensional connection. That is, the more that you weave in novelty, you're just trying to weave an improvisation that has no structure. It's like an unstructured structure. You can achieve really beautiful things. That's kind of what I'm doing here. My newest, introduction is trying to basically stack all these elements as I am with the vocal pieces, trying to really emphasize toning is what I've been playing around a lot with. The last element of this is really trying to weave this successful, which takes the longest to warm up, but it sounds really beautiful once I get it down. Do I know Eustace Ton? Yes, I do. I love Eustace Ton, brother. Yeah. Sounds a lot like Buckethead. Wow, that's high praise. Thank you, Doc. I mean, I don't really listen to much of Buckethead, but lots of respect for Buckethead. This part of this is kind of frayed here. One second. Yeah, no, Eustace Ton's actually one of my favorites guitarists all time. I'd say he influences me a lot for my performance style and the way Eustace, he has this kind of style that he calls gypsy style, where he basically is playing, but constantly reforming and restructuring certain elements, where he's like using his riffs as a reference point. And that's actually what I do. He calls it gypsy style, but I basically, yeah, I take a lot of influence from Stas Ton, Andy McKee. Yeah, but it's like, if you were to say play a riff, right? It's very Stas Ton-esque, right? Instead of maybe just repeating the same riff. It's constantly expanding. It's constantly like growing and basically using improv, but in a very controlled way. Yeah, still trying to juggle some of these dimensions, but here we are. See if I can really warm up the rhythm here. Oh Lord, I just remembered. I forget. I swear every time, every time. I gotta like put a sticky or something. I keep forgetting to turn off or turn on monetization. That is ad revenue. 1 second here. Let's see. Customize, customize, manage videos. Manage, manage, manage. I don't know why that's not a thing I can automatically attach, but beautiful. There we go. Ad revenue turned on. Man, that's really that's 1 second actually. I'm gonna find my rosin and try to make the. I really want to make these Picasso bow strikes cleaner. They're coming out a little bit coarse. We don't want that. 1 sec. The idea is if you're using a violin bow, right? One of the most pivotal elements of using it is kind of having the correct rosin. My rosin actually, it's been cracked, so I have to purchase another one. But it makes or breaks the entire sound, where it can kind of sound very grainy or very coarse versus like a true violin sound. Happy Memorial Day. Amazing. Blessings from Canada, dog. That's Happy Memorial Day. Appreciate you being here, genius. It's helpful to know music theory for studying this type of playing, or just goaded like that. Man, I'm happy that you asked about that. I mean, I'm glad you asked, brother. I would say, no, I'm not. I'd say my style that I've developed is a little bit unique to me. I think it's very influenced from Andy McKee, from John Gaume, and various kind of artists. But the essence of it is, it doesn't really equip you that well to learn, say, a lot of music theory in the first few years of learning the style. That is, basically, you got to train your ear. You can learn scales, like learn the basic scales, and it's good to have like a fretboard awareness. That's the kind of thing you're trying to go for with this kind of style, is not necessarily knowing the scales and the theory. The theory will help you later, but if you're a beginner or intermediate, if you fixate too much on music theory, you'll get creative blocks and ultimately burn out. Like if you're just like, oh, but I have to only play in this scale, or like, oh, but I have to, like if you're just limiting yourself to try to just fixate on scales and theory, you're actually going to miss the deeper point, which is basically learning to train your ear to recognize melodic ideas. So if there's anything I could say is, yes, music theory is helpful, but for me personally, I actually didn't know or practice music theory, even understand it that well, probably for like 7-8 years. And I started when I was like 12, but the essence of it is music theory helps you when you're advanced or intermediate to advanced. But when you're a beginner, it can actually stunt your growth. And the most important element is basically just to play and learn to build fretboard awareness, finger strength, calluses, and train your ear. Because if your ear doesn't necessarily know, like, why these kind of voicings connect, and just by intuiting, like, you're like, oh, but this is an E note, and you can be like, okay, well, E sounds good in relation to this E on this 7th, or this B on the 7th. This chord structure. It's just basically, music theory is useful, but it's if you get fixated on it, it can create mental blocks when you're new to music. Yeah. Bless, though. Blessings Memorial Day. I'm assuming that is respecting our veterans. I feel like there's been a very powerful theme these last couple weeks I've noticed myself see. And that's kind of like, there's been a very powerful level of grieving. Yes. Honoring, yes, the military personnel. Yes. Yeah, bless the military, man. Gotta respect, the discipline and the courage. It's surely not a perfect system, but hey, what's good, Cresso? Sounds a lot like that, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can warm up 2 elements so I can really get into a good flow and really get things going. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just, as I was saying, equip my violin bow with adequate rosin. And then I want to prime my tone and then prime my rhythm. If I can do those 3 things, which is pretty easy, then it's going to get pretty dope. Native speech. Wow. Native speech. My fingers once bled when I shredded on my guitar. Interesting. That's an interesting, honestly, a really interesting element. My fingers never bleed or strain, and I can play guitar for like 5, 6, 7 hours if I have in some bursts when I'm, practicing film set, doing streams, all those things. But I actually believe that if you develop healthy, uh, long lasting calluses, like you basically if you look at my fingers, fingers are not dry or calloused or burnt up. They're actually, strange enough, they're soft to the touch. But I have calluses that I've had for like 10, 15 years. But my calluses are effective, like they're strong, but they're moisturized and healthy. Like that's the weirdest part, is my fingers aren't bleeding. I could play for like 6, 7 hours using full strength. But I think part of the idea is you have to have a more, I'd say, a more equipped awareness of how to apply the right tension when you're how you're using your calluses. It's not just about having calluses and pressing all your finger strength to create this kind of like deep I don't know, execution, but it's about finding actually the perfect way to use the least amount of tension on your fingers, so then in time your calluses will not crack and fray, and they'll progressively become strong and basically become permanent. Like my fingers, again, they're soft, they're never cracked, never dry. Every once in a while, maybe, if my fingers just, you'll get a bit dry. But the idea is that I actually feel your calluses should always be healthy. They should never be like cracked and dry. That's not a representation of a guitar player that's, more advanced than another. I've been playing guitar like every day for like 4 or 5 hours a day for like, 16, 17 years, and I've never had cracked calluses. It's a weird thing, but I think it's a strange dynamic. Alright, a little bit more rows in here. Then we're golden. We're getting ourselves 20 seconds. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 13, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. There we go. Alright, now I gotta warm up. Slowly getting a little bit warmed up. All right. That was fun. This is part of the fun. I'm trying to find the best possible place for this mic stand where it's not getting in the way. Testing. Beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty. Kosovo is still kind of garbage, but thank you. Unusual stock. I thank you, thank you. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but hello, random stranger. And you have more viewers. God bless you. Thank you, GigaChat. One second. Yeah, no, it's honestly, yesterday last actually 3-4 days, and just been hit with waves of more views from the algorithm. Even like the first 10 minutes, I was sitting at like 70 concurrent viewers, which is pretty bonkers, honestly. I've been doing pretty much the same thing, really experimenting with this kind of shamanic improv type thing, but yeah, I feel very blessed. I've actually made it a goal. I'm like, all right, what if I really concentrate my efforts, I feel like I could grind out like a 2-3 hour stream and breach like say 10K views, and then that would be something like $30-40 via ad revenue, and kind of just like gauge, how that would feel. Anyways, with that, we're gonna focus all our energy and attention on flowing into some piece of music here. Now, I feel it's very important in life to honor sort of what it means to be courageous. What it means to push yourself out of your comfort zone, whether it's to be, vulnerable, transparent with the people in your life, to live from an authentic place, to be authentic and vulnerable with yourself of what really is flowing through, and the ways that we sort of create mechanisms where we really deviate from our higher expression of self. And then let ourselves return, to that authentic higher expression of self, whatever that is, however we desire to let that flow through. Whatever it is, letting yourself just express your highest expression of how you desire to show up. Letting those around you, those in your life, also receive this version of yourself. It's a blessing, a gift. Oh, let's get this more. This is probably the hardest part for whatever reason, balancing this baby and properly having it. It's not the hardest, but the most inconsistent. There, that's the sound we want. That's the sound we want. Are you Native American? Your music sounds great. Keep it going. I'm not Native American, no. I appreciate that. I deeply appreciate that. Yeah. I'm actually innately, my partner, she's Native American. She's fully Coast Salish, and she's been randomly just teaching me some Native American language. It's a very beautiful language. So I find little phrases like OCM and what is it? What's that? Forget some of the other phrases she taught me. There's a few that all just mean sort of beautiful. There's like Shwali, which is spirit, OCM, OCM Shwali. So thank you, spirit. There's another one that's like it's OCM Shwali. I feel like OCM is something that I'm really drawn to incorporate, where it's just like I feel like everything's getting pretty warm so far. I just need to warm up my rhythm or get my rhythm in full sync. We're close though, we're very close. getting there. It's getting there. Came to Indonesia and be famous. Oh, amazing. Interesting. I don't know. I intend to definitely travel to Japan. It's relatively like Japan, Thailand, Australia, among various places. But I don't know. Who knows? Like, yeah, anything is possible. I gotta get back in G sharp. Making mistakes kind of left, right, and center, but this is kind of part of the fun. It's part of the fun. It's challenging, yeah. Too much messing around. Almost fear gets. I don't know what to tell you, dog. I think those are songs I'm assuming, but I have no idea how to perform those songs. Let's try something here, though. I think I'm kind of dropping out the key a little bit. Magic. Well, let's go back to standard, I imagine. Juggling the sort of G sharp key. It's going relatively well, but there's like definitely I'm slipping in some little errors here and there. Going a little out of tune, that's what's kind of happening. Yeah. Yes. Put on the leather chocolate hat. Still not chocolate, it's still maroon ox blood, but I feel you, dog. My hat is perched right there, but I feel at the point we're not trying to cut off our connection to the microphone quite yet. Once I get more masterful at navigating this microphone, I think easily we'll, have the ability to kind of place the microphone correct. Let's try something here. Hold on, one second. Okay. Beautiful. I low-key want to go do a forest stream, but I feel like it's lightly raining right now. There's like a 70% chance of light rain, so I have to postpone that till tomorrow. But I deeply would love to go for a running cold plunge in the forest, but... Out of curiosity, for any of you guys watching here, do any of you do Wim Hof breath work? And very much it's a thing that I've been integrating quite frequently these last, well, about a week, about 6-7 days now. I've been doing it for years now, but I've actually been doing 5 rounds of Wim Hof breath work. And I've actually been finding myself very drawn to doing a Wim Hof breath work video. You know, if any of you guys, I'm going to do it anyway, but I'm just curious for my audience if which of those are new to breath work. You know, I'm actually thinking, I had this idea that I might go into the forest during a stream and do a full breathwork session. Well, I'll just, you know, go through the entire process of how one can learn to do this style of breathwork if they desire to do so. You know, it's typically there's 3 rounds, which is about 11 minutes, and you can also do 5 rounds, which is 22 minutes. Making the mushroom music. Keep making. I suppose yes. I mean, yes, in every rights, I'm always making the mushroom music, brother. I feel like, strangely enough, actually, my first YouTube channel idea was actually very directly inspired. I called it Sporadic. Was it, yeah, Sporadic, like a mushroom spore. It was really just like a multi-dimensional platform for different talks relating to how one can integrate psychedelia. Now, naturally, as I understand now, as a full-time creator, that you can't really get monetized for making a channel centered around, well, psilocybin. But naturally, strangely enough, psilocybin has actually been a very, very pivotal part of how this channel was birthed. Basically, like 7, 8 years ago, I did a large dose of mushrooms. And I've done mushrooms many times, over the last like 15 years. But this particular experience unraveled a very deep wave of perspective that basically translated into me for the first time ever recording myself. Taking my DSLR camera down to this forest. I actually went to this very particular tree that I visit often. I call it the tree of truth and the tree of wisdom. And basically, I go up to this tree and I place down my camera and I spend like 2 hours and I start conceptualizing. Like, I start for the first time ever, I think to myself, what if I develop this relationship with this presence, with this means of holding space for myself and creating basically the ability to communicate to myself and to this, camera presence. And basically what flowed through was very beautiful. The first time ever I just found myself create content and, get more comfortable with performing and recording guitar and doing all these elements. And yeah, long story short, it was a very pivotal element. As is many altered states. I feel like altered states really go beautifully. I feel like I need to adjust my posture ever so slightly. This could greatly benefit. It's funny, in guitar playing, I feel posture alignment is really pivotal. That actually feels way better. Let's maybe align this. Yeah, I feel you there about being. That's the thing. Actually, the first like month of making this type of music and growing my YouTube channel, I really feel it's important. Like a core element of why I wanted to make this YouTube channel, among various, was I really felt inspired to try to unpackage why musicians, that is guitarists namely, get creative blocks. I just wanted to share some of sort of the perspectives that I have unraveled relating to maybe being a creator, relating to improvisation, to songwriting, relating to maybe learning certain techniques on the fingerstyle guitar that have awakened creative energy for me, that has lifted creative blocks. Because the more I look at it, I'll be perfectly honest, so many people I know in the real world naturally, but of course everywhere, um, they get creative blocks with the guitar. It's like it seems like there's such an infamously high learning curve that it's very easy. It's very easy and almost actually inevitable to get creative blocks on the guitar. So I feel like a fundamental part of why I created this channel. I create content where I put out little talks about how to learn guitar and harmonics and tapping. It's kind of like I want to invite people that are musicians and devoted, free thinkers and philosophers of sorts to come to this place if they desire to sort of learn how to basically just lift creative blocks and activate creative energy. I don't know, whatever which way this direction the channel goes is in many different places. Like I just release a lot of music and try to create like a meditative, very chill space where people can just listen to live sound journeys. But I really highly invite if people have any thoughts about, where their creative journey's at, maybe certain creative blocks they're experiencing, or maybe they found themselves, pick up the guitar and then just inevitably put it down and wonder what they can maybe do to allow themselves to circulate energy into, that experience. Because personally, I think guitar is for everybody. Like I really think that pretty much everybody can and should, to some degree, desire to like learn to express themselves with music. Guitar is just one of the most effective, I feel, methods of doing that. But you can do that with voice and piano and anything you desire to, right? I see a big idea in your head. Nice. Beautiful. Welcome, Rikus. Yeah. There's many wild ideas flowing, brother. Honestly, the essence of it is I want to create lots of very, well, for one, like I said at the start, is I'm going to create actually a 5-round breath work guided journey. So basically, I'll facilitate, a breathwork thing. I'll do like a video where I'm doing Wim Hof breathwork, because that's something I really strongly advocate. But I'm actually going to make the music, my original music, and make a very atmospheric piece that goes along with the breathwork session. So basically, I want to create a video, like a long format YouTube video that I'm going to release pretty soon, I imagine, maybe the next like couple days or a week. And I'm going to basically make it so it has original music of my own, flowing through when you're doing this breathwork session. And I really feel strongly about it. But if you guys are familiar with breathwork at all, the music, like the atmosphere of what you go in when you're doing this immersion, into your somatic body, it's very powerful. It can take you very deep into something. So I'm very excited to do that. I don't know. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. I got to kind of orient certain parts and make it very seamless, but I think that's going to perform very well. But as visions go, as things I'm going with, bro, yeah, I want to just go full-fledged. Actually, in the next couple weeks, I want to do live stream performances. Well, live stream busking sessions. I've been doing this every once in a while, but I would love to. Tool or Soundgarden. I mean, personally, Tool and Soundgarden, I'm not massive fans of both. I like a couple other songs. I'd say I like Pucifer more than Tool and Soundgarden. But Soundgarden, I would say, was I like Soundgarden a little bit more than Tool. But Tool's phenomenal. Like, trust, it's phenomenal artists. Alright. Let's see if I can still return to this idea. struggle of having a microphone that's, maybe if I aim it somewhere here. This, you know what? This makes so much more sense. It's all about aiming the microphone in a very specific. That's beautiful. There we go. And I just place myself kind of. Technique's a little over the place, but yeah. Don't want to be insistent, but it sounds like microphone kinophonics. Ogre Babe in the one time. Interesting. I'll send you a song, listen later. Okay. I thank you. Yo, thank you, Nenzel. Thank you, brother. Honestly, I'm getting a little bit. The vocals feel strong. I feel like I'm struggling a little bit with the rhythm. Like struggle in a very. It's like a very subtle sense. But I deeply appreciate. I'm just feeling. Yeah. Feeling good. Hard choice, and thank you for the answer. Nice. Yeah. I mean, honestly, again, I like Pucifer a lot, but yeah, feel free, dog. Feel free to recommend any Tool songs that really connect with you or Soundgarden. Both of those artists are phenomenal. I gotta say, hands down, very beautiful, but very different type of artist. Yeah, very different artist types. Yeah. Honestly, though, I have to say, Pucifer, or Soundgarden, and Tool, both exceptional artists. Just something I've rarely explored. So definitely open to hearing what you're drawn to or resonant with those musicians. Smash my face with that. try slower rhythm for the immediate part here. What type of this music, what types of music feels inspirational and religious? Interesting. It's definitely not religious. Vocals giving me relaxing ASMR vibes. Nice. Me too, brother. Me too, honestly. This is very resonant in the sense where I'm doing deep tones. The emphasis is the tone, which feels really good. It's very expressive and it feels good. So thank you, brother. I appreciate the compliment with that. Mmm. Eploring. I see. I would say this genre of music, this is a lot of like finger style, percussive, guitar, like modern finger style, influence from classic, influence from flamenco, influence from Spanish, mixed with what I would more consider like sound journeys. I would call these more like sound baths and sound journey. I call it like a meditative sound journey. There's not a lot. I mean, I take a lot of influence from artists like Estas Ton, artists like Porangi, artists like East Forest, artists like Andy McKee for the guitar elements. But yeah. I think I need to quickly just use the washroom. Am I Spanish? No, I am not Spanish. Yeah. No, I'm Ukrainian and English. I'm Ukrainian and English. Yeah. So I have like a Scandinavian roots. I love to, I don't know, musically, I draw my influence from many different domains, but guitar wise, as I've been a guitarist for about 16 and a half years, my style is very inspired from classic Spanish and flamenco, very deeply. A little bit of jazz here and there. I can do some sort of jazz dimensions, but I also play a lot of punk rock, alternative rock, every psychedelic rock, progressive rock. But yeah, when I play guitar, it's very like influenced from various styles, but it's not really rooted in any particular. This thing's not, it's not doing the thing. Yeah, I gotta really just strike it. All right, 1 second, 1 second. Actually, we're going to, yeah, just be right back. Back after these messages. No messages, but yeah. Wow. Okay. It's still consistently very grainy. I feel until I get myself another rosin. It's gonna be that way, but that's okay. Just gotta focus on what I can do right here. Alright, I think we may. I like the vocal dimensions, but I think we're gonna challenge ourselves playing around with the experimental dimensions of F sharp and doing something in maybe F sharp. Feels really good in F sharp. A lot of creative potential lately. It's what key we're like. missing sort of some of the cohesion in that, but it is what it is. Vocals feel a little harder to achieve in that F sharp. The guitar melodies definitely have a different, very strong dimension. One second. that feel? Is like blocking my foresight on my side. I feel like the rhythmic element, I'm loving it, but it's kind of losing its cohesion. I'm a little bit sleep deprived, so I think getting it down in sync is not flowing right now. But I think after we do a run and cold plunge, it'll be a little easier. Nothing wrong though with beautiful, simple elements, I feel. Hey, welcome Turkey and Austria. Beautiful. Blessings from British Columbia, friend. Blessings from Canada. Very coarse with that. Kind of missed the scale a bit there. Alright, thank you. Thank you, friend. Thank you, stranger. Flute looks tasty. It's a beautiful sound, yeah. It's beautiful, beautiful flute, beautiful sound. Kind of challenging to improvise in E major. Like if I were to take a second, give it all my attention. I gotta like bend into certain notes to reach the right scale, but I don't know. It is what it is. now some weird scaling improv. Or what's the word? Key shifting improv. Not a chord I do a lot. This like sort of like F major 7 variant, but it's nice. Need FX on the mic. Nice. Need EFX. Word. I want to actually, yeah, I would love to get Valhalla. What's it called? I think it's called Valhalla Reverb. I would love to download a plugin for Valhalla Reverb because yeah, that's right. Is this microphone has zero plugins, zero effects. You know if yeah, but if I can get myself like a Valhalla Reverb, that would sound extraordinary. You know, suddenly the vocals that I'm doing, which sound decent, would sound mind blowing. Because this is literally just the microphone, just right through the interface, zero effect. But I think actually, in truth, at least when I'm starting with this, it's better not to use effects because I can really lean into having to learn to use my voice. You know, basically, I've been only doing this for like 3-4 days, or like 4 or 5 days maybe, with a day in between where I didn't stream. That's like the vocal elements of this. I'm very new to trying to like weave in these vocal elements, so it's definitely exempt to mistakes. But I think it flows through very beautifully right now. Like I got the low notes and then. Like if it had like a tail of a reverb, it would sound so dope. Yeah. Try to rip wave plugins. Wave plugins. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I know when I hear a lot of sound healers and artists of this dimension do these kind of live performances, yeah, they have like a beautiful effects pedal or like an effects setup that's in their interface that makes it sound just otherworldly. And I think, yeah, I'll find that soon. I want to rip Waves plugin. I don't know what Waves is, but Waves audio plugin. Huh. Waves audio releases plugin for Windows. Yeah, I'll look into that. I know on RU Tracker you can find tons of different plugins. Not trying to promote piracy, but that being said, it's like it's crazy because what I've been doing a lot, just for if you're curious, I've been leaning into toning as an exercise to warm up the voice. Basically, a variant of Tibetan throat singing, kind of like didgeridoo sounds. You know, using like low ahs and ohms, like stuff you basically use for sound healing. And there's a sound healing book that I read that basically, I think I have it actually right somewhere. Over there, somewhere around here. It's a sound healing book where, you know, ah is the lowest tone. You know, if you do your lowest ah, it's like, or no, kind of like there. It's like ah. But then OH is the next chakra, more addressing the sacrum, the sacral chakra. It's like oh, and then it goes higher. I think it goes to AYE, A. When you're in the mid, it's like heart. Yeah, what is it? Ooh, A, and then it goes to like I. Yeah, it's like I, then A, and then E, and then ooh, or no, maybe it's ooh, and then E. Basically, all those are just tones that you can kind of explore freely, and that's where I've been at. I've been like, this is dope as fuck. The Helicone hardware is the names of the physical, but expensive as fuck. Right. I'll look into it, yeah. There's definitely places to get these hardwares. Helicon. I think I'm gonna definitely try to explore. I mean, the Valhalla Reverb wasn't working, the plugin I was looking at to try to, you know, find an RU Tracker, but if I can, yeah, just find a simple vocal plugin, that would be a game changer. You know, I really love the potential Helicon hardware plugin. Empower Tribe TC Helicon audio plugins. Helicon audio harmonics. A lot of stuff. I don't know if it's okay. Wait, T Helicon Empower Tribe. Share your sound. No, that's not it. Rhythm is just a little bit off, a little bit off. percussive was not striking the same today, but that's okay. Try rip waves of the Helicon and still miss. I think you have great performance. It can be nice. Nice. To electronics. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'll take it. No, I hear ya. I hear ya. I appreciate the compliment and the feedback. Yes, brother. In all truth, I'm a little bit. If you mean the electronics, yeah, I agree. Little things I could definitely hone better. I'd like to purchase higher quality lav mics. I actually love to get a field mic and kind of do a field mic that externally captures the sound and maybe relays over when I'm doing like original stuff. There's lots of little technical setups that I could do better. I'm a little bit sleep deprived today, so I'm kind of not capturing the entirety of what I would love to do. But today's been very experimental. I've been very happy with a lot of these dimensions of vocals. Yeah, with that being said, technically, like electronic-wise, production-wise, of course, everything can always be a little bit better. Like, truthfully, everything can definitely be a little bit, more locked in, but I would. One gift memberships. Hey, thank you. Thank you, brother. Interesting. Received a gift membership. That's beautiful. I don't know exactly. I just created memberships recently, but that's beautiful. Appreciate that. Got membership. Yeah, let's listen back. I know there's elements, like the vocal stuff is very new as it is, but let's hear. Yeah, let's listen back. I know there's elements, like the vocal stuff is very new as it is, but let's hear. Yeah, let's listen back. I know there's elements, like the vocal stuff is very new as it is, but let's hear. Yeah, let's listen back. Yeah, just listening to the guitar sounds good. Little bits, it might clip a little bit. Let's see how the vocals sound. Nice. Don't mind me here, I'm just listening back to my audio. Yeah, see the vocals, they're executed well, but the bass is probably a little high, and if I had probably like an FX or some sort of a plug-in, I'm sure it would master the vocals. That's what I think what we really want, because the vocals are not mastered at all. That's the reality. Is it's going straight through the microphone. All you hear is exactly what comes out of the microphone. No other effects. So I can agree, if I were to have like a good plug-in, how you guys would hear the vocals would sound 100 times better. But yeah, I appreciate that though. No, we don't do cover. We don't do cover art, arts or music. I'm not a cover artist. Don't want to get demonetized, and I just do original improv and originals. I had this beautiful opal gifted to me by my partner just yesterday. Extraordinary opal. Happy to have this. Sounds a little dry. Nice. Closing the eyes, enjoy the music. think my G string. Yeah, it went a little bit out here. I'm hearing this in my higher register. A little bit. Wow, greetings from Brazil. Hey, welcome Brazil. Welcome Brazil, brother. Blessings from Canada. My technique's kind of all over the place, but it's okay. Sweet. So I'm poor English. Poor English. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. I'm seeing. I mean, yeah. Beautiful. That's legendary. Yeah, I don't know how that works, honestly. New to the dimension of how these memberships work, but I just created a membership thing the other week. But yeah, good to have you here, brother. Good to have you here. And welcome. Oviat Salur. Basically, I do meditative sound journeys. You know, I channel them, usually chill in forests, do various kind of, domains of this, and spend a lot of time just, doing these meditative journeys, improvising music and teaching guitar. So feel free to ask any questions. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, welcome friends. All right, well, I think we are probably the next 5 minutes or so going to close up the stream. I feel the desire to go for a sprint and cold plunge. I've been doing that actually every day for the last about 4 months. And yeah, game-changing practice. You know, I really love to advocate and speak about somatic practices. You know, actually my recent song I released, it's called The Somatic Body. And it really is just a homage to really just the powerful, expansive practices of, say, Wim Hof breathwork, which I've been integrating a lot lately. You know, doing things like cold plunges and toning and activating the chakras within the voice. There's a lot of cool practices you can do to really powerfully prime the somatic body. But yeah. Am I a band? Do I shows in real life? No, I mean I've done performances in real life, quite a few. Solo, I do a solo act. I would love to do more, I think, in the future. My focus is just developing my YouTube channel. I actually just want to do solo YouTube, nomad YouTube. I just want to travel, go to different countries, just do the full-time YouTube stuff. In the future, I would love to. I actually was talking to my partner of leaning into doing little venues, sort of meditative journeys. But in the future, yeah, 100%, I would love to do massive performances, just doing these meditative sort of channel journeys. But yeah. do I have full songs? I have a few that are not. I have a couple that are fully recorded, like start to finish. There's a lot that I have that I haven't studio recorded. That's actually kind of part of my intention. Is I would love to gather, some significant resource that I can throw into studio time. I was actually informed from a friend that there's a studio session that's free. That's like a government project. So I just basically need to hop in a studio and do a concentrated session of a bunch of studio recorded songs. But yeah, it's a beautiful process though. So far it's been going quite well, but if you can check, if you feel the desire to, I have a bunch of songs, especially the one that's been kind of blew up. It's got like 10 times more views than the other on my long format YouTube. But I have a handful of songs I've been steadily releasing, and I actually have a couple that I'm going to edit today that I did like 2 3 days ago in a live stream that I just created a couple songs that I'm probably going to release. Yeah. Nah. Well, a lot of these songs, they're not. Well, I'm a bit sleep deprived right now, so even if I wanted to, I probably couldn't rehearse, don't have it really rehearsed. But yeah, in the future, yeah, I have a handful of songs I would love to play. But for now, we're just kind of doing a lot of improv and creating in the moment, which I love to do. Hey, welcome. Welcome, Jeanette. One Canada. Yeah, but I think the next 5 minutes we'll put a close to the stream, do our cold plunge run, etc. Probably prepare to go to the gym, and come back in a little, like maybe like a couple hours, do another stream. But we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. Just a meditative sort of improv or improvised riff right here. I gotta find the right key. Oh, it's A. I want to be in G sharp. That's great. That makes sense. Yeah, that's where we want to be. That's where we want to be. Something like that. I don't know. I kind of botched some of the parts here, but yeah. Hey, thank you. You're dope. Thank you, George. Or, yes, Gregory. Read that wrong, yeah. Because that melody you played was dope, and I have the same style. That's dope, man. Appreciate you being here, man. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's been interesting sort of learning the ins and outs of when you carve your own style, a lot of it comes down to kind of how you personally engage certain elements and kind of just, some days you're feeling certain elements versus others, or you really just want to create certain dynamics that flow like water. And you just got to be comprehensive with that. I mean, I spend a lot of time, as a streamer or YouTuber, I spend a lot of time going and playing music, and sometimes it flows really powerfully depending if I'm like really emotionally charged and really resonate with certain keys. Like, say this is like a very, I'd say, ominous, kind of neutralistic key. It's yeah, G sharp. It's got like an emotional kind of intense energy, but if you go down to like F sharp, that's like a really heavy, almost like cathartic, kind of like melancholic. So if you're feeling like emotionally, maybe turmoilic or conflicted, that's really going to convey what you're feeling. Or if you like hop up to like, the key of B, like high B, that's a very like blissful. Like it's very like happy, almost like euphoric energy. And yeah, I mean, I'm in a mixture of emotions right now. I feel pretty great. Feel pretty blissed out. It's been an interesting week or two. So I've been like processing a lot. It's been a very creatively charged week. And I'm really happy with the way that it's been creating waves where, I've been releasing a lot of releasing a lot of original music, and yeah, been getting crazy boosts from the algorithm. So I feel very blessed for that. But some days we just gotta like let yourself just ride those waves or whatever's flowing through. And especially today, I've been experimenting. Sadly, my Picasso bow, my rosin is kind of damaged, so I need to purchase another rosin, which is like this. It's like violin rosin. And you just gotta like equip it, because if I don't equip it properly, it can sound very coarse. So my violin component doesn't really sound that refined. Like right there. That's no bueno. So I'm kind of unequipped for that element, unfortunately, but. Yeah, it's good. It's beautiful to just feel into whatever's flowing like water. And I've definitely been feeling really good about, yeah, like this new vocal component. And it kind of introduces a new challenge, truthfully, where, if I'm trying to do full-fledged parts where I'm like tapping and trying to also juggle focusing on executing some sort of good vocal dimension, it's a little bit of a juggling act. So it's all fun to experiment with. Yeah, it takes a lot to kind of like lock in, I think, and zero in and juggle those elements, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Yeah. Again, I'm literally so new to incorporating the vocal stuff that I have yet to even begin to incorporate the effects. But I'm confident effects, yeah, it makes anything and anyone sound like really beautiful. So I think absolutely, I'm excited myself to get. And I appreciate the recommendations, brother. Honestly, like it means a lot, your feedback and the recommendations for those plugins. I think probably later today or maybe after the stream, I'll allow myself to try to download some of these plugins and experiment with them, because I agree, it's like the pure plug-in sound, like the refined, mastered sound of the voice is a very beautiful component. But that being said, it's always good to exercise raw tonality. That is, if you can sing really powerfully in a very balanced way without a single effect, then you're really showcasing your abilities to do vocals. And that's, I think there's strength in it. There's a strength in it, or there's a powerful lesson. Guys, any ideas for that Universe mic plugin? Interesting. Any ideas for the universal mic plugin? I mean, I think if you're asking for advice on vocal ideas with a plugin that, I would say, honestly, brother, what I've been unpackaging relating to vocals, it's extremely important to warm up your voice effectively in a way that's unique to the sound you want to create. And for me, I've been really into Tibetan throat singing, and didgeridoo playing, where it's basically like you're breathing fully through your nasal palate, creating like a raw tone, just pure tone. Like if I would be like, I can feel that reverberate through my chest, and I can do that to every given tone. I can go to now it's more like I'm trying to create the emphasis on reverberation in the nasal and the chest palate. So even if you sing with effects, without effects, if you can't really enunciate and lean into the reverberation or the resonance pattern behind your vocals, basically you don't feel it in your chest. You should feel your singing in your chest and in your nasal palate. Like it should vibrate like a tuning fork. This is what I've been learning. And to do that, it's very helpful to lean into like vocal exercises that are basically freely exploring the voice, but the emphasis is on letting the resonance pattern of your vocals really shine. If you can do that, doesn't matter if you have effects, a microphone, no microphone, your voice will sound harmonized. It will sound primed. And I think that's a really valuable thing to think about. But anyway, food for thought, brother. Hope you find some creative inspiration with your endeavors, dog. Anyways, with that, I think we're going to put a close to the stream for this time being, yeah. Deeply appreciate the support. Really happy with the momentum. I'm very, yesterday, again, we hit a stream record where we actually, I don't know, we'll see how the numbers align, but I was really happy to report within an hour we hit 5.3K views, and that's beautiful. That's exactly the numbers. That's actually a goal I had about a week and a half ago. I was like, if I can get regularly 5K views, and that was like not even an hour stream, then I could really be like, you know what, I'm right on track. But yeah, I'm very grateful, very blessed to be inside of this algorithmic dimension. 100% right, inside sound. Yeah, brother, just feel it. Feel into your, and a part of that, again, for me, is using the nasal palate to like breathe in, almost like if you try a didgeridoo. When you do a didgeridoo, like I have one over here, you gotta be like, it's almost like doing circular breathing, but not doing the circular breathing, where you're just using like full inhales through your nose and really normalizing inhaling through your nose very sharply so you can deliver that really full resonant sound in your voice. It's just very strong. Anyway, that made a big difference for me. Yeah, you get it though. You get it, brother. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for the support. Deeply appreciate you guys. And yeah, feel free to follow this channel, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I teach guitar and do meditative sound journeys among various types of guitar performance and guitar YouTuber type things. Yeah. I think we just gotta get a microphone arm. That's gonna be the way. Yeah. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here, and remember to honor yourself and to honor each other. And feel free, if you desire, to support this channel. I have a Ko-Fi. It's Kofiase. And no pressure, no expectations, but if you desire to I'm just tripping on words. But yeah, if you desire to support this channel directly, Ko-Fi is a beautiful platform that allows you to tip your creators without the 30% overhead that YouTube takes. Yeah, food for thought. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for being here. Much love. Remember to honor yourself and honor each other. Much love. Eshe. Said that already. Be well.